said she wanted me to address why, from a board perspective, we wanted this evidence-based leadership. And I think Dr. Gibbons has done a great job over her tenure. She was already on an objective evaluation system, but as she said previously, it wasn't throughout the system. And I think until you align everybody else together, it's not going to work. The other part of this, though, that's most important, and it had never been done to my knowledge, was asking our customers what they thought. And you saw our initial response was 5,000, jumping to 10. I fully expect the next one to go to 15 or 20. And people reached out to me and said, nobody's ever asked me before. They're just thrilled to be asked. We also fight from a board perspective. Well, we just fight, but the board's perspective has not always been one of being supportive of where we're trying to go. And so consequently, there are occasions where the good news doesn't come out. And there's been a great effort on behalf of the district to start to change that, to make sure the good news is out there. We've got problems. Everybody's got problems. But let's at least recognize and raise up the folks and the people that are doing well. There's been a tendency in Charleston not to do that very much. And so I think we've done a better job of that, but by also getting this feedback from our customers, we're finding out that people think we're doing a pretty good job. Well, then all of a sudden you start to change the conversation around not just the dinner table, but also the boardroom table. In addition to my volunteer duty, any of you get paid for this anyway? Because we certainly don't. No, and I don't want any money. But I'm also heavily involved in our chamber, and we are focused on economic development in the region. When you have something like Boeing, we have wind turbine facilities, we have lots of other stuff going on, we know we need an educated workforce to do the job. So it's also an enlightened self-interest that says, well, wait a minute, we've got to do this because we've gotten a lot of great accolades in Charleston. We had this great chart that says we've got the biggest brain gain in terms of college educated, but they're not from Charleston. Those were people that came in and took jobs. So we're not there yet. Now it's great to take that graphic and make it wonderful, but the reality is that's not graduates from our schools. So having this kind of a model is going to allow people to see what we're doing well. We're going to hopefully change the maturity level of the conversation and say, okay, where's our problems? What do we need to do to help? The balance of our community has actually gotten more in alignment than I've ever seen. From the United Way to our community partners, to our higher ed folks, a real effort on behalf of philanthropists, industrialists, a lot of folks in a cradle to career mentality where they're saying, okay, you got it from K to 12, we're going to take it from birth to K, we're going to work on having some additional higher ed opportunities so that kids that are in our schools have a better chance of being successful when they get there, and they've got a path when they get out, either straight into the workforce, into higher ed, or for those folks that have already got a degree, masters and doctorates. So it's more of a holistic approach in the community than we've ever had before. Everybody's taking some responsibility because we don't get to pick our customers, right? You get to take everybody that's there, and some people get dropped off and you hope you do well. We all got to get some help. So I think this has brought us all together in a way that's been really, really impactful, and hopefully we'll all move it forward. But anyway.